Speaking of who would pay, what we got next, the triple threat match with Ricochet versus Hong Kong Phooey, Spitball Bailey versus Kenny. Did you ever think you'd be put in a position where Kenny looked like the giant Lex Luger?
I had the same thought. When I saw the three of them, and I'm like, man, Omega looks like a wrestler. I was like, Omega's in great shape. He's gigantic.
The bell rang at 3 hours and 5 minutes into this show for this triple threat. What belt is on the line here? The Intercontinental, International, Continental?
No, this is the International. It will merge with the Continental, reportedly at All In.
Oh, Christ.
That way you get that way you get what you set up at the end. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, but this was the match that I'm sure that Uncle Dave will pleasure himself over. And Tony was, I'm sure, at the monitor just with glee, asking for extra servings of ice cream. Children. It looked like children playing in a bouncy house. Spitball is just a fucking nerd. Just a goofy, grinny fucking douche. He makes Kenny look like Stan Hansen. I'm scared of fucking Kenny now. And they just randomly would come in and out and do moves. There was no story, no rhyme, no reason. One guy disappears so the other two can do their cheerleading routine. Then the other one will appear and swap out, and then they'll do some three-way stuff where they're vaulting about and diving and flipping, on and on. You can't describe anything here. There's no flow. They carefully did a move on the rail right in front of the front row people. It could have got Tony Khan sued. I can't wait till one of these dipshits puts their heel of their boot through some kid's mouth. And they all make the same pretend mean faces. It's like they studied at the same acting academy, but they all look 12 years old. And if I see all three of these son of a bitches, by the way, God damn it. If I see one more motherfucker in a wrestling ring pose and point to where he's going to run and then run there like he's got a corn cob stuck up his ass, my brain will explode. What the fuck? You're kicking the shit out of a guy that's on his knees in front of you. So then your first fucking thought is to turn your back on him, stand up straight, point dramatically at the goddamn ropes, and then run away from your opponent to hit them. Where did all this shit come from the last fucking 20 years? The lack of, I don't know, potentially weeding the wrong people out of wrestling school. That might be the first thing. And the lack of telling them how the fuck to think about the wrestling business might be another thing. I fast forwarded 5 minutes. I stopped again. It wouldn't stop. Every finish ever done, they did some really contrived three-way bumps. And then finally, Kenny, our friend Kenny, was on the top with Ricochet, and they cooperated into a grip to where that Kenny could do the one-winged fairy on Ricochet off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. 30 minutes, bell to bell, not even with entrances. And then, as Kenny is celebrating, they play music, and here comes Okada. That fucking blasé son of a bitch. In his fucking suit with his belt and that fucking face, it looks like it's frozen in amber and confused. And he walks out there and they stare at each other. And then Kenny walks out. And then Okada walks out. And then I was ready to walk out. What the...
Okada awkwardly leaving the ring was my favorite part of the thing. All right, I guess I have nothing to do now. I guess I should just go.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, it's... And did they bother to wake him up first, or was he sleepwalking when he came out there? I'm telling you right now, I have never seen a more boring, bland, phoning it in, lazy, good for nothing, shortcutting, check stealing son of a bitch than Okada. The worst. Moxley's trying. Moxley is trying, and he's still the worst wrestler in the world, but Okada is the laziest, most overrated, and most boring. Because he's not even like Moxley. He doesn't even do stupid shit that you can really uproariously laugh about. Nothing happens. Okada is the black hole of charisma. Not only does he have none of his own, but he sucks in the charisma of those around him. So that was that. I mean, help me interpret this for the listeners in some kind of way.
In true Kevin Knight and Megan Bayne fashion, obviously, Speedball just came in, whatever we want to say about him. Tony Khan treating him like a big deal, so he's already lost. Ricochet starting to get... The Ricochet heel thing is working. They just actually have to have something for him to do, like a program or a feud or anything. And Omega's a big star. And maybe having the two guys there was easier than one-on-one, I don't know. And then you're setting up the big match for... You would have to think Texas Stadium, whatever the hell it is. The stadium in Arlington. Omega versus Okada, Tony Khan's dream match. He may splooge all over his own face watching that fucking match.
But good heavens. So you've got a 40-year-old guy that's had multiple injuries, has just recovered from abdominal surgery against the laziest wrestler in the world? How's that going to go?
Well, if you want to find out, I could sell you a ticket. There are plenty of tickets on sale right now.
Tickets now available. Right up until showtime, folks. Get you good seats.